Our tech stack for BPPL ramps consists of Next.js and Tailwind for the front end and website.
We use Java and Spring Boot for backend.
Any SQL database as the database layer.
We use AWS QuickSight for reporting.
And finally, Docker for deployment.
Hey, I'm Naveen and I'm going to talk about the Data Integration Framework. BPPL's Data Integration Framework, or DIF, is a tool used to extract data of different sources and transform this into a usable format. So the question arises, why use DIF over any ETL tool? Our DIF minimizes or eliminates the requirement for an additional setup and configuration step. There is no requirement for ETL development resources, as the configurations can be seamlessly handled by the users with the help of our highly intuitive user interface. Our DIF tool also supports most common data sources such as Excels, text files, or even relational databases. The DIF component has two main subcomponents: define source, where the extraction takes place, and map your data, where the transformations take place. Now I'll hand it over to Shamit to provide a deeper insight into our application.
Thanks Naveen. Now that we have seen what our ETL engine comprises of, let's dive into the details about each one of them. The first thing after you create a group is to start extracting files belonging to that particular group. You can choose from a range of variety of flat files with a well-defined data separate, like a CSV or a text file. The smart ETL engine internally validates and extracts the correct required data. Once you're done extracting all the required files, you can join and filter any of the extracted data together before applying any transformations on them. This is done here in the input configuration page. Next comes the best part, where you apply the magic transformations you want on every column of data so that it is transformed the way you want to perform your future calculations on. Now that we've seen how our ETL engine works, let's look at how a user would go about and use our tool.
Let's get started with the demo. So the first thing when you arrive at the home page of our app, you'll be clicking on the creditors component, and the next thing you'll be clicking on the define source component. And before we start extracting files, we'll first have to create a group which groups a bunch of loads together.
Let's begin the extraction. So yeah, before we begin the extraction, let me show you the file which I'll be extracting. So this is a CSV file. It has around 300 rows and 6 columns. So let me try to extract this file. Target states table is very important, as the particular file will be extracted and will be loaded in this particular table. So let me select the table stage loans. So once you're done, we click on this and we save the group. So let me check if the particular thing has been extracted into the database. So here about this is your database, the bank's database, and let me execute the check if it's been extracted. So here you go. Now once you're done with extracting all the data, now you might want to apply any transformations you want. So for that, you'll be going to this map your data component.